So we haven't been on podcast for around 3 weeks now already. Ibrahim just graduated. Congratulations from university. And
Thank you.
You've been traveling around Turkey, and I just had a baby, so we couldn't really.
Congratulations to you as well, Kai.
Thank you very much.
I guess.
So I'm not gonna spend too much time talking right now. We're just gonna jump right into the topic, today's topic. So today we'll be sharing YouTubers that really inspired us as filmmakers, or YouTube channels that help us grew as filmmakers. Okay, and we're gonna share a couple. We didn't really tell each other which one we're gonna talk about today, so we might
That's
overlay.
The interesting part.
Yeah, we might have some overlays, but I'm gonna start with mine, and this one is the best, literally the best YouTube channel that me personally I found for filmmaking.
Okay.
And it's called In-Depth Cine. I don't know if you heard of.
No. What the hell?
Man, this channel is amazing, man. In-Depth Cine. This guy is so underrated. So he's a First AC, as far as I know. And First AC, for those who don't know, basically they work with the directors of photography. They help them change the lens. Basically they just work right next to the DOP. Okay, so this guy, he made amazing videos talking about, like, he dissect cinematographies of famous movie, and he talks about famous cinema lens. So back then, before I watched his channel, I thought I knew a lot about cinema lens, and after I watched him explaining how cinema lens works and what are the difference between each cinema lens, it's like mind blown to me. It's so interesting if you care about cinema cameras and cinema lens. So he talked about, he made videos about like Arri Alexa, I think, and he also talked about all of the popular cinema lens. Like, so one thing that I learned from him is he talked about how like the difference between still lens and cinema lens. So we actually all of us, we mostly use still lens. Still lens is for photos.
Yes.
But we record videos with still lens. And so he talked about why filmmakers use cinema lens, and how some lenses that are like fabricated maybe during the 60s or 70s are still used until now, like the same manufacturer, or they remanufactured today, but based on how it were back then. So it's just like a whole history about lens, but it's so interesting. I think you will like it. So that's my first channel, and next one is for you.
Oh, that's okay. So the next one, speaking of cinema and cinematography and cinema lenses, there's this guy called Patrick, and the channel is called Wandering DP. Have you heard of him?
No, I don't know.
Okay. So this guy is basically was revolutionary for me, right? And I learned, like, I really thought I know about cinematography, composition, and lighting until I actually started watching this guy. So this guy he's a cinematographer, and he was like absolutely revolutionary to my knowledge. And he has a podcast, and he like recently started this YouTube channel, and he posts cinematography breakdowns, right? So he brings a commercial, or people sometimes send him a commercial, and he breaks down this commercial, like, why does this look good? Why does this image in this commercial look good? And why do cinematographers take these decisions in these scenarios in terms of cinematography, right? And he brings these commercials and he analyzes them, right? And this guy is so experienced. He has like 10 years of industry knowledge, and he's basically pouring all of his knowledge into his videos, and it's freaking amazing. And he bases most of his cinematography concepts based on something called the framework, right? So he introduced something called the framework, and this framework explains why does an image look good, or why does a video or a shot look good, right? And he like splits it into different categories. So one of them is so let's say if you're in a house, you shoot to the L of the room, right? So that you can create depth. and the 3-point lighting, like shooting always from the shadows into the light. Do you know about shooting into the light, Kai?
Like the
Because
light goes
I
into
always
the
thought
lens.
no. So let's say you have a subject and you have a light. The camera should be so that the subject should be between the light and the camera. So you should always, to create more depth, you should always shoot from. I mean, obviously this rule is flexible, but if you want to create more depth in the image, you should always shoot from the shadows of the subject. So let's say there's a source light coming from this direction. You direct the camera this way, right? So you're shooting from the shadows side of me, right? I don't know if I explained this correctly, but anyways, so he basically introduces this idea called the framework, and it basically explains why does an image look good, and it applies into every freaking commercial, dude. He literally takes these categories and he says, okay, like he goes through one shot after the other, and basically he shows you that every cinematographer uses this framework technique, right? Shooting into the L of the room, creating depth with foreground and background elements, shooting into the light, right? And a lot of these like categories come together in order to make a picture look good. And this guy was absolutely revolutionary because he's pouring his experience, and his videos are like he's like a teacher, right? He brings the video and he brings the commercial, and he starts like pointing out with a pen, like what did the cinematographer do in this scene, and why was this correct, and why is this wrong, and why is this right. And it's freaking amazing. And this guy is name again? Absolutely insane.
What's his name?
His name is Wandering DP.
Wandering.
You should definitely check him out. Yes.
I'll check it.
He's
right
so
now.
underrated. He has like 50K, dude, and I mean he deserves much more.
Wandering DP.
Yes. His name is Patrick, but the channel is called Wandering DP.
Man, I'm subscribed to him, but I don't think I've watched his video.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or maybe I watched one video of his. I don't know. But, man, I watched one video of his. It's called the Sun Sandwich.
Okay. Yes, the sun sandwich. Yeah, I've watched that as well. It's very famous.
I think it's because of that I subscribed to him, but I haven't watched any other of his video. But yeah, his videos.
Yo, bro, you should definitely check him out. Yeah. I love his videos.
Wandering DP. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I think I'm going to mention again the YouTube channel that I talked about earlier. It's called In-Depth Cine, for those who didn't hear it clearly. Okay. So check out both of these channel. Man, Ibrahim, you check the one that he talked about lens, man. I don't, it's very geeky. It's like so nerdy, but it's interesting. I think you'll learn something about it. Okay. Now, next one.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Next one I'm going to talk about. It's a bit. So the next one is actually a bit controversial. Okay. Some people might dislike this person. Okay. He's actually pretty popular. So he is the editor of Logan Paul's vlogs. I don't know if you.
Oh, okay. I know about him. Yeah, Hayden.
You know about him,
Hayden.
Right? Hillier.
Yeah, man, I'm sub to him. I watch all of his videos. Yeah.
Man, that like.
Go ahead.
Forget about Logan Paul, man. Okay, some people might hate him, whatever, but this guy, he is a very good editor. You have to admit it. He's a really good editor, and he's so passionate about editing, man. He's so passionate about editing. Like, I watched his video talking about like a whole vlog, and then he just dissect each part of it. And honestly, I feel like this vlog nowadays, like 2021 type of vlog, is a new form of filmmaking, because it is storytelling.
For sure.
So as long as it's storytelling,
for sure,
it should kind of be categorized as filmmaking. Like, so I think his way of understanding editing, and like when should it be funny, when should it be fast, and then like the build up, like he even talk about not giving all the information to the audience just so they stay curious throughout the whole video.
It's almost like a short film, right? Like you feel like these new vlogs have become like short films, but in a different format. And he basically shows you that, right? There's a reason to why every shot or every cut is made the way it is, right? And it gives you like these reasons and these philosophical reasons, and it all makes sense, dude. It all makes sense as to why these like vlogs are funny or are interesting or are hooking, right? And he analyzes, I think, David Dobrik's vlog. He analyzed
Yeah,
Logan
there was
Paul's
this
vlog. It's
new
crazy.
rising YouTuber, I guess, called Eric. I don't know if you heard of him.
Eric, yeah, I know about him.
Yeah, and so Eric went on his channel, I guess, or either way, or he went on Eric's channel, and then he dissected Eric's vlog. So Eric, apparently, he's also very serious about his editing and stuff. So he asked Hillier Smith about his editing, and then the whole thing is just like, I learned so much about it, honestly. As a filmmaker, I know, vlogs sound not serious, but it is a very good channel. You guys should check it out. Hillier Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the good part is that he also like bases everything that he talks about of films, like of old series. Things work because they're based off series or films. And so this guy is not just coming up and coming up with stuff, but
It's
basically
it's not BS.
Yes, it's not BS, definitely. Yeah, okay. So moving on, I want to talk about like somebody who is like not just educational, who hasn't like been educational to me, but also really, really supportive in a different kind of way. Sean Tucker, you know about him, Sean Tucker, probably. And
I think,
yeah, so Sean Tucker is a he's a British who used to live in South Africa in the past. He's a British filmmaker and photographer, but mainly photographer, I guess. And I watched all of his videos, and the good thing about Sean Tucker is that he basically shows you the truth about photography and filmmaking. Like he tells you this stuff is not easy. If you really want to pursue this career, you have to go through the harsh, right? And he shares with you he's a practitioner, and he shares his journey. And what I really like about the videos that I really like that he posts are the philosophical ones, where he talks about the creative blocks, creative ruts, how to overcome how to overcome down days and not being able to create, and how do you overcome, how do you learn like how to use Instagram properly, right? And I just love his rationale behind what he does, right? And he feels like he's always introducing something new to the table. And honestly, like when I watch his videos, like everything he has gone through while taking photos and he discusses and talks about in his videos, I feel like I can relate to. It's something I have struggled with. Unlike other photographers who like show like the fancy side of photography, that, okay, this is really cool and I've taken this really cool shot. No, this guy's like, okay, like even if I'm good at one field, I might as well try something else, right? If you're good at street photography, like he's always trying to push himself into a different kind of field, and he explains like why you should do that and things like that. And I found that really fascinating. And,
the thing is, a lot of YouTubers, they teach you things, or they share something. But Sean Tucker, he made me think. And after I watched the video, I started to think. I started like, and I even learned more about myself after watching his video, because how I react to his informations. Sometimes he talk about some philosophical side of things, and then I started thinking about myself, like, do I really do that? Or like, so it kind of changed me as a person even, right?
It's almost like you when you watch him, it's almost like you have felt and experienced what he's talking about, but now you know that it's something common that other people are going through. Right.
And I like how his setup is always so clean. I think he was like on a sofa or something. It's always like
it's almost like you feel like somebody's talking to you. It's crazy.
I think he should make a podcast. Does he have a podcast?
No, he doesn't. He should definitely make one.
Because when I watch his video, I actually just play the video and I put my phone aside and I just listen to him talking. I don't really watch his video.
Okay.
He should do a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna share with you another channel that you probably might not check it out, but for those who care about it, filmmakers especially. Oh, you were gone for a second, but anyways.
Yeah, you just continue
okay.
it. Yeah,
I'll go straight into it. So this channel is called. Wait a second. No, wait. The name is pretty long. So it's called DP slash 30, the oral history of Hollywood. Okay, DP slash 30, the oral history of Hollywood. Okay, so this channel, most of their video is only like a few hundred views. Okay, most of them, just a few hundred, but they actually managed to interview very big Hollywood filmmakers. So people like Quentin Tarantino, Samuel Jackson, Martin Scorsese. And these people, they actually interviewed them, and the interviews are really good. So I personally really like to watch interview, especially I watch interviews of people that I really admire, because I think interviews are the videos that really it's pretty raw, because sometimes you don't know what question the interviewer is going to ask. So usually the answers are just pretty straightforward. And I love watching interviews of Quentin Tarantino, for example. He just explains how he did his writing, how he prepared his films, and then the whole emotional journey of making these films. Because usually these interviews are like 30 minutes. It's really long. And even with Samuel Jackson, because I really suggest filmmakers, especially if you want to be a director, you can check out interviews of actors, because actors, they often explain the difficulties that they're going through when acting. And as a director, you should know how to make it easier for them, to act. So if you know these different perspectives from different actors, I believe it will make you a better director. So this channel, they interviewed a lot of Hollywood actors. So if you want this long format, if you're just working or driving and you want to listen to some stuff, you can check out this channel. It's not something that's like so informational, you're going to learn so much, but it's good to digest this information from these successful people. Yeah,
that's awesome. So the next channel that I want to talk about is he's a guy, I think he's Russian or Polish. I think he's Russian, and it's called Andre or something. Andre, I think. And basically he has a few videos posted, but basically he makes these like beautiful images, beautiful shots with he's a cinematographer as well, and he makes these beautiful shots with a black magic. Yeah, can you hear me, Kai?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're back now. I lost you for a second.
Yeah. Okay. So he makes these like beautiful shots with the black magic, and every video he posts basically he creates a scene, right? Kind of like what Aperture does. Are you subscribed to Aperture?
Aperture? I'm not sure.
Yeah, the lighting company.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, lighting company. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He does what Aperture does, but he makes these like beautiful scenes, and he shows you the behind the scenes of these scenes, like why he shows you the lighting, the costumes, and everything, and how did he do everything, and you can learn from that. And the beautiful part is that he uses only black magic. Or so far his videos have been done with a black magic cinema camera, 6K and 4K, and the images that he create are absolutely beautiful. And yeah.
What's the full name of the channel? You don't remember?
I think Andre, Andrey.
That's it.
You can check him. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Now,
I think we can share. Okay.
Last one. Okay, last one.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the one that you and me, we both know about, and I'm sure that we both love him. It's called Pony Smasher. I think a lot of people know about him.
Oh yeah, of course.
But for those who don't know, for that one person, but the thing is, that guy doesn't have a lot of subscribers.
Yeah,
I don't think he
doesn't.
I think he's underrated still.
He's not a. It feels like he's not a YouTuber. He's kind of like he's a director who posts YouTube videos, right?
Yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, Pony Smasher is amazing, dude. His knowledge is like crazy, and he feels like he goes into these little details that you don't really know about, but they're quite useful.
He's the director that we all need as filmmakers.
Yeah.
Because for those who don't know, this guy, he's the director of Shazam, Annabelle, and a horror movie called Lights Out, which is one of my favorite ones, one of my favorite horror movie. And so this guy, he just dissect the whole process of directing. He even talk about the behind the scene, some part where they actually use cheap cameras to shoot certain shots, and how he fixed a certain part with CGI. Like actually everything is pretty raw. You know, you'd think that a Hollywood set everything should be like very like sophisticated, right? But it's actually not. There's a lot of issue that you have to solve. There's a lot of problem that you have to deal with. This guy just explained everything. So he kind of make you, like, for us people we don't know anything about Hollywood, it let us see what exactly is it like to be a Hollywood director. And that channel is one of the best for filmmakers, really. If anyone who cares about filmmaking should check out his channel, Pony Smasher. So yeah,
for sure.
You want to end the podcast?
I think that's it for me. Actually, I have more, but that's for another episode or for later.
Okay, no problem.
And there are more. I would just want to mention some YouTubers that I watch as well that I really like their work. So there's Matthew James. I love his work, his footage with the Blackmagic 6K, 4K. There's J.R. Ali. His films are incredible. He's insane. His editing. And I think these two guys are also, you should check them out. They have some amazing work. And